Hey, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to your ultimate destination for all things Dallas Cowboys. From the latest news, game analyses, rumors, to deep dives into player performances and strategies, we've got you covered. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a play. Let's dive into everything you need to know about America's team. The football world woke up to seismic news today as the Dallas Cowboys officially announced the acquisition of SAQUON Barkley, sending shockwaves across the NFL landscape. Fans, analysts, and casual observers alike are buzzing with speculation and excitement, trying to digest what this signing could mean for a franchise that has been desperately seeking an injection of star power and versatility in its backfield. The move is monumental, not only because Barkley is one of the most dynamic running backs of his generation, but also because he brings a level of athleticism and skill set that could redefine the Cowboys' offensive identity. Imagine a player with his combination of speed, power, and vision, finally donning the iconic blue and silver, lining up behind a line that has traditionally struggled to create explosive plays in the running game. Rumors have been circulating for weeks about potential landing spots, with Barkley's name floated in connection with multiple teams, but few predicted that Dallas would be the ultimate destination. As the news broke, social media exploded with reactions ranging from ecstatic celebration to cautious optimism, as fans began projecting how Barkley might fit into Mike McCarthy's offensive schemes and complement Dak Prescott's passing game. For decades, the Cowboys have been a franchise synonymous with high expectations and dramatic narratives, often balancing between flashes of brilliance and periods of underwhelming performance. The addition of Barkley is being perceived as a statement, a signal that the organization is intent on reasserting itself as a dominant force in the NFC. Analysts are poring over film, comparing Barkley's prior performances with Ezekiel Elliott's production and wondering whether Dallas has finally found the elusive combination of talent and opportunity necessary to elevate their rushing attack. The team's front office, known for making calculated moves rather than headline-grabbing splashes, has surprised the football community by committing to a player whose health history raises questions, yet whose talent is undeniable. Barkley's unique ability to stretch defenses both horizontally and vertically could open up the field in ways the Cowboys haven't seen in years, creating mismatches and forcing opponents to rethink defensive schemes. The buzz isn't just about immediate performance. Speculation abounds regarding playoff implications, potential Pro Bowl appearances, and whether this move marks the beginning of a new era where Dallas can finally compete consistently at the highest level, blending veteran experience with dynamic athleticism in ways fans have long craved. The chemistry between a star running back and the quarterback is one of the most discussed aspects of modern football, and Barkley's arrival prompts endless debate about his synergy with Dak Prescott. Will Dak adapt his play calling to maximize Barkley's strengths, or will Barkley be molded into the system already in place? Sports media outlets are flooded with hot takes and mock scenarios, analyzing how defensive coordinators across the league might adjust to contain a backfield that could become one of the most feared units in football. The Cowboys' offensive line will inevitably receive heightened scrutiny, as the success of Barkley's integration depends heavily on the ability to execute blocks and open lanes consistently. Meanwhile, Barkley himself faces the challenge of acclimating to a new playbook, a new city, and the expectations that come with wearing the star on the helmet. Rumors swirl about potential leadership roles in the locker room, how Barkley's personality and experience might influence younger players, and whether this signing could inspire additional roster moves designed to surround him with complementary weapons. As analysts continue to dissect every angle, the conversation goes beyond statistics and performance, venturing into the realm of cultural impact, franchise identity, and the kind of media frenzy that only Dallas football can generate in a market that thrives on attention and drama. History and narrative play an outsized role in the fan experience, and SAQUON Barkley joining the Cowboys taps into decades of storylines about superstar acquisitions and the perennial quest for a championship. Comparisons are already being drawn to past marquee signings, with analysts debating whether this move has the potential to reshape not just the team's offense, but the entire trajectory of the franchise. Social media platforms are alive with fan-generated graphics, mock highlights, and speculative commentary, reflecting a combination of hope, excitement, and healthy skepticism. The tension between expectation and reality is palpable, as fans eagerly anticipate the first glimpse of Barkley in blue and silver during preseason preparations. Merchandise sales are predicted to spike, with jerseys, helmets, and apparel featuring his name and number flying off shelves, signaling both commercial and cultural significance. Rumors about potential endorsements, media appearances, and even international attention add another layer to the narrative, illustrating how a single player acquisition can reverberate far beyond the gridiron. As commentators dissect matchups, upcoming schedules, and strategic implications, the consensus seems to be that the Cowboys have made a move that cannot be ignored, one that will dominate headlines and water-cooler discussions throughout the season. In addition to on-field expectations, the signing of Barkley raises questions about salary cap management, long-term strategy, and the risk-reward calculus inherent in any high-profile acquisition. Front office executives are walking a fine line between making a bold statement and ensuring sustainable team-building practices. Fans and pundits speculate about potential trades, draft implications, and how this move fits within broader organizational goals. Conversations about roster depth, injury contingencies, and complementary pieces to surround Barkley with the right level of protection and opportunity dominate offseason discussions. Meanwhile, Barkley's own narrative is under intense scrutiny, with media outlets revisiting career highlights, past injuries, and statistical milestones to project his future impact. Social media reactions range from viral memes to detailed statistical breakdowns, reflecting a fan base deeply invested in the possibilities this signing presents. Coaches are quoted emphasizing the importance of team culture, leadership, and work ethic, suggesting that the integration of superstar is as much about character and fit as it is about raw talent. The story is still unfolding, but one thing is clear. Dallas has grabbed headlines, captured attention, and reignited hope for a team hungry for relevance and success in a fiercely competitive league. Speculation also revolves around divisional implications, with NFC East rivals likely reeling from the news. The dynamics of upcoming matchups, defensive game plans, and potential playoff scenarios are the subject of countless debates, both online and in sports media coverage. The ripple effect extends to draft strategies, scouting priorities, and even how other teams may respond with acquisitions of their own to counter Dallas' newfound strength in the backfield. Barkley's presence could alter the perception of the Cowboys in the eyes of free agents, potential coaching hires, and a broader league ecosystem, influencing decisions far beyond the 53-man roster. The intrigue isn't confined to performance. It encompasses strategy, marketability, and the complex psychology of expectation. Fans, both local and national, are already creating narratives, imagining highlight reels, and predicting game-changing moments that could define the season. As the story continues to develop, the intersection of talent, opportunity, and hype creates a perfect storm of attention that only the NFL can generate. Analysts, commentators, and casual observers alike are now glued to every development, waiting to see if this bold move will fulfill its promise or become another cautionary tale in the high-stakes world of professional football. The arrival of SAQUON Barkley in Dallas has already sparked endless speculation about the Cowboys' offensive philosophy, as fans and analysts debate how his skill set will reshape the team's approach on both first and second down situations. Observers are projecting formations, play-action scenarios, and motion packages designed to maximize Barkley's unique ability to read defenses, find gaps, and accelerate into open space. The conversation extends to the passing game, with Barkley's receiving talent creating mismatches against linebackers and defensive backs, potentially transforming third-down conversions into a series of highlight reel plays. Coaches are rumored to be evaluating how to balance his workload to avoid injury risk while still unleashing the explosive capabilities that make him a game-changer. Meanwhile, rival defensive coordinators are scrambling to envision schemes capable of containing him, considering angles of pursuit, gap integrity, and containment strategies that must account for Barkley's vision and agility. Social media buzz centers not only on statistical projections, but on the aesthetic of the game. The idea of Barkley gliding through defensive lines, juking and spinning past defenders, becoming the centerpiece of a Cowboys offense hungry for dominance and a new identity in a highly competitive NFC East. Fans are already drafting their fantasy football lineups around him, imagining touchdowns, long runs, and highlight clips that could define the season and cement his place in Cowboys lore. The ripple effects of Barkley's signing extend far beyond immediate tactical concerns, touching on the broader narrative of the Cowboys' pursuit of legitimacy in the league. Speculation is rampant about how this move could influence free agency, trades, and draft strategies over the coming seasons. Analysts argue that the addition of a premier running back signals a commitment to win-now philosophy, while simultaneously projecting confidence in young quarterbacks, wide receivers, and offensive linemen who must rise to match Barkley's talent and production. Conversations have shifted from purely statistical analysis to matters of leadership, team chemistry, and culture, with some pundits predicting that Barkley could become a locker room centerpiece, inspiring younger players and reinforcing work ethic expectations. Meanwhile, opposing teams are analyzing film from his previous seasons, trying to identify patterns, tendencies, and potential vulnerabilities. Every preseason snap, every practice highlight, and every interview becomes fodder for speculation, as fans and media alike project how Barkley will redefine the Cowboys' brand of football. There's even talk of how his presence could shift the team's identity from one reliant on passing to a balanced, multidimensional offense capable of punishing defenses at every level, making Dallas a formidable contender in the eyes of analysts and rivals. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Expectations are extraordinarily high, and with that comes the inevitable scrutiny surrounding Barkley's health history, durability, and ability to consistently perform at peak levels. NFL insiders are already dissecting medical reports, previous injuries, and patterns of recovery, debating whether the Cowboys' investment is a calculated risk or a potential gamble that could alter the trajectory of the season. Fans have engaged in heated discussions online, weighing the excitement of his talent against concerns about wear and tear, workload management, and the physical toll of playing behind a line that, while talented, will face relentless defensive pressure each week. Analysts emphasize the delicate balance required to maximize his output while minimizing injury risk, exploring split backfield formations, early down rotations, and creative packages designed to preserve his explosive capabilities throughout the season. The narrative extends into locker room dynamics, questioning how Barkley's presence could impact the development of rookies and young stars, as well as the chemistry with veterans accustomed to the previous backfield structure. With every reported practice report, medical update, and insider rumor, the conversation intensifies, reflecting the weight of expectation, the allure of star power, and the ever-present tension between potential glory and the harsh realities of professional football. The impact on the NFC East has already become a hot topic of discussion, as rival teams consider how the Cowboys' backfield transformation will influence divisional standings, game plans, and the psychological warfare of facing a revitalized Dallas squad. Coaches are rumored to be holding emergency meetings, reviewing film, and drafting contingency strategies to counter Barkley's influence on both rushing and passing downs. Analysts are mapping out the domino effect, considering how defensive alignments, blitz schemes, and coverage rotations must adapt to account for a player who can simultaneously threaten multiple dimensions of the field. Meanwhile, fans are weighing rivalries in a new light, projecting scenarios where Barkley breaks critical tackles, converts third-and-long situations, and alters the outcome of historically tight matchups. The conversation extends beyond mere statistics, encompassing the intangible psychological effect on opposing teams, the potential for momentum shifts, and the aura of excitement that a player of Barkley's caliber brings to a franchise hungry for identity, dominance, and playoff relevance. Even commentators on neutral networks are buzzing, highlighting the potential for Barkley to transform games into must-watch spectacles, raising expectations not only for Dallas, but for the entire conference, as the ripple effects of one signing influence the league in ways both immediate and long-term. Rumors surrounding Barkley's integration into the Cowboys offense include not only tactical adjustments, but also the potential for complementary roster moves aimed at creating a holistic, dynamic attack. Analysts speculate that wide receivers, tight ends, and offensive linemen may experience role shifts designed to optimize spacing, leverage, and efficiency, with Barkley at the epicenter of these strategic changes. Reports suggest that coaching staff may experiment with innovative formations, motion schemes, and dual-threat options to capitalize on his ability to force defenses to adapt, creating opportunities for both explosive plays and sustained drives. Fans, pundits, and social media commentators have begun creating highlight reels, mock sequences, and speculative analyses projecting long touchdown runs, screen passes, and misdirection plays that could become signature moments of the upcoming season. The narrative extends into potential playoff scenarios, with experts debating how Barkley's presence might shift matchups, influence defensive planning, and determine the outcome of tightly contested games. The excitement is compounded by the speculative drama surrounding rookie development, veteran mentorship, and the synergistic potential of a team striving to align talent, strategy, and opportunity into a coherent, high-performing unit capable of making deep postseason runs. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.